In a certain village, there lived a God-fearing woman named Grace. Everyone knew her as a humble and prayerful woman. She was in her early 20s when she had her first child, a baby boy named David. Every Sunday, after service ended, while others went home, Grace stayed behind to clean the church toilets. She did it with joy, always carrying her little boy on her back. One afternoon, as she was scrubbing the floor, she suddenly heard a voice that said, "No matter what happens, call upon me and I will answer." She quickly turned around, but no one was there. Then a gentle thought came into her heart. It was the Lord. That day, Grace went home filled with peace. Years passed by. David grew into a man and later moved to the city. One day, he returned to the village to marry. Grace was so old that she couldn't attend the wedding ceremony, so she stayed at home. The whole community gathered for the celebration. There was music, laughter, and dancing. But in the middle of the wedding, tragedy struck. David collapsed and died. The news was carried to his mother. Grace wept bitterly as her heart broke. Soon, one of the elders came to her and said, "Mama Grace, we are preparing to bury your son." Through her tears, she replied, "Please, do me a favor. Bring his body to my house." They agreed and carried the body home. When they laid him down, Grace looked at them and said, "Please, another favor. Take him to the church." The men were surprised, but they obeyed, and she followed them even while she so old. At the church, she spoke again. "Please, one last favor. Place his body on my back and let me carry him into the toilet." The people murmured among themselves. Some said she had gone mad. Others pleaded with her not to do such a thing. But Grace insisted. Finally, they lifted David's body onto her back. Slowly, she carried him into the same toilet she had cleaned for so many years. Inside, Grace knelt down and cried, "Lord, do you remember? Many years ago, in this very place, you told me, 'Call upon me, and I will answer.' Lord," then she screamed, "Bring back my boy!" For a moment, silence filled the room. Then suddenly, David sneezed. His chest began to rise and fall. He opened his eyes. David was alive. The villagers who had gathered outside rushed in. Some shouted, some wept, others fell on their knees in shock. Grace lifted her hands and said, "Thank you, Lord. You have answered me." No matter what, call upon God, he will answer. 'Cause what God cannot do does not exist.